Hi, this is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson. We got Ernest back in here with us today. This is Ernest's second adjustment here at Advanced Chiropractic Relief in Houston. Ernest graduated from Parker College of Chiropractic up in Dallas, Fort Worth area. What year?
2009.
2009, and he's been watching our videos and thought that he needed to be decompressed with the ring dinger. So we did that with him yesterday for the first time. He's going to be going over to Alabama from here and joining in with another practice over there and getting your license in Alabama. Is that correct?
That's it.
Would you like to tell him anything about that?
Well, about that, I'm just so thankful to have this opportunity to come through Houston and it be really close to Alabama and be able to see Doc today. And I'm so thankful for his wife, Renee. You guys who are out there, please, come here, take flights, whatever you need to do to get what I got yesterday, because I've only had something similar one time from a doctor from Salt Lake City, and his name is Dr. Ronald Perry. He's a humongous individual, full of love too, and power and strength like this brother. They're not little people, and when they get a hold of you, you know it. But because of this table, having access to my hips being held comfortably in place, I was able to be changed. My spine was in my neck, really needing help. You can see I have a right eye that causes my posture to change, and I needed help from an interocular foreign object removal piece of metal.
Brain-based chiropractic subluxation work, and that's that brings me to another point that I'd like to talk about for a moment. Is there are 70,000 chiropractors in the United States of America, according to the American Chiropractic Association. Now, I would encourage all 70,000 chiropractors in the U.S. to contribute to the Australian Spinal Research Program at the Australian Spinal Research Foundations in Australia. But Heidi Haavik's work on subluxation and neurophysiology. She's a PhD neurophysiologist and a chiropractor, and she's a subluxation-based, evidence-based chiropractor. She's published some of the most enlightening and consequential research that has ever happened in the world of chiropractic, adjusting the vertebral subluxations and creating neurophysiological changes in the core and the brain, including up into the prefrontal cortex, which is the cerebrum and cerebellum. And she is probably right now in the world, she is the #1 researcher for the profession of chiropractic. And I would encourage all chiropractors to donate to the New Zealand College of Chiropractic Research Department or to the Australian Spinal Research Foundation, which funds a lot of Heidi's research as well. And I donate to all of them. I donate to Palmer Research, LifeWest Research, because I'm a big research guy. Renee and I get up about 3 o'clock every morning, and I'm on the computer doing my research, and she's answering emails, and then we come in here to our office, Advanced Chiropractic Relief, and we deliver on what we have each done for those 3 hours before that, which is knowing exactly what's going on with the most significant current scientific literature and research. And Renee getting the patients in here. And she got back to you and got you an appointment, right? She did that in a timely manner?
Yes.
She's good, isn't she?
Very good.
She's a keeper.
And so cordial and communicative. Just her spirit and her laughter of her heart just comes out of her. It's
Our
like
crack addicts love Renee's
a
laugh.
breath of fresh air.
Yeah,
It's all cracked up if you have to.
Yeah.
She gets cracked up every day.
Yeah.
That laugh.
We love our crack addicts laughing at her too. Well,
with her.
With her. I didn't mean at her. I
Yes,
meant
you
with
did.
her.
That's your wife. You're allowed.
Yeah, that's right. But this is #2 adjustment for Ernest today. And yesterday we did his history and examination. And him knowing about histories and examinations, I'm going to let him share with you about the quality of my histories and examinations I did on you yesterday.
Very thorough, but not elongated like you would expect if you had a full exam. It's very
that was a full exam.
I mean, if you had a full exam, if it's what you expect when you have a full exam, where they go somewhere else and they get an exam, they're expected to be there for like 2 or 3 hours.
Well, I don't need that much time.
He doesn't, and I did. I'm just telling you from my experience, I'm not as fast and thorough as he is and knowledgeable as he is. It took me time to process and ask questions to get to the end that I needed, but he has that already over years in his mind.
Laser focus.
Laser focused in the ability to know and understand and get to the care, which is most important, you know. And I wanted to get to the care, but I would see 3 patients in a morning, where with his experience, he can have you in here, he can do his work the first day, the second day is already quick. He has enough time for me to make this video with his wife. And
well, it's because we schedule all our patients.
Yeah,
we don't just do walk-ins and keep people waiting all the time. We have time dedicated to spending with each and every one of our patients.
Yeah, and very organized. So that's the big thing when you're a patient coming in and being able to rest and relax and knowing that you can get to your next thing and get to it better than you were when you came. Definitely.
And don't forget the New Zealand Chiropractic College Research Department and the Australian Spinal Research Foundation. Heidi Haavik, spelled Haavik, is spelled Haavik, but she pronounces it Haavik. And she's just wonderful. Go on Google Scholar and Google Heidi Haavik, which is Haavik, and just look at the research that she has published in major peer-reviewed scientific journals. And that's what chiropractic has been needing for years. I caught hell from all chiropractors who were bashing subluxation-based chiropractors for years, because I've done nothing since I graduated from Palmer except to diagnose and to adjust vertebral subluxation complex. And people were calling me the, what was it, Stone Age chiropractic, you know, Neanderthals and all that stuff, unscientific. Well, I just venture to tell you right now, if you haven't read the new research that Heidi Haavik has been doing, you are way behind the times. She's been doing it for the last decade. She's got, I think she said like, I forget how many studies she's done. I think it's 38 or 68. I can't remember the exact number I heard this morning.
And each study takes at least
a year or 2.
Yes.
Yeah, those don't happen easily. I've been working for 3 years trying to get research put together for this technique, and we're still working on that, you know, and someday we hope to have published research on this technique and show what it does neurologically to the body and the
That's
brain.
what we want to do over in Alabama with this, I call it a clinic. It's basically a ministry, and it's opened up to health ministry. And so I will be the, consultant right now until my license is complete, and I have the other boards that I've been licensed in communicate there, but they're all about research, and they're bringing in, some beautiful organizations that are already doing research. And that was a very neat miracle. This actually is a miracle today that you're seeing happen before you, because this facility not far from here is spending hundreds of thousands of dollars,
if not millions.
Yes, if not millions, to research the results of what our brain is actually doing under stress and non-stress, and how things that remove stress can change your organs' function because the brain is running.
Because the autonomic nervous system. Yeah, sympathetics and parasympathetics. Well, we wish you the best with that venture too, Ernest. And, I love taking care of other chiropractors, because chiropractors know the difference between adjustments. You've been adjusted by numerous other chiropractors in the past. How would you compare this adjustment to the adjustments you've had previously?
That Dr. Ronald Perry, and if you're listening, Ron, you know what you've done to me and others. He's very good, but this changed me overall. My posture, I stood up yesterday.
Overnight.
Walked through the hall. Before I got downstairs, I knew that my body was standing more upright. My shoulders, my head was above and on my shoulders. I watched him, and I was like, well, I'm a chiropractor. I didn't have enough experience that he has had to see many people have their head on their shoulders straighter, but I can feel it now. Yeah. I know it's happening. And because of this video and our conversation, and I love these things, it's helping me to stand up even more.
And function better,
and
think better, all those things,
all
heal
those
better.
things.
He had a weakness in his great toe on the right foot yesterday, especially in dorsiflexion, which is pulling the big toe up and backwards. And we did a muscle test on him before the adjustment during his examination. It was pretty weak, but we adjusted him and then did a post-adjustment test on it, and it had improved in strength just in that little time frame that you were getting adjusted yesterday.
Absolutely.
And it's already stronger today than it was yesterday.
Yes, though how little it may be in your foot that doesn't have a lot of strength.
Yeah, the big toe.
I can actually feel what's called like a somatic sense in the body. When you lift your toe. I can feel it all the way up my leg. I can feel it in my thigh, that when I lift my toe, my leg, my foot in dorsiflexion, there's experiences that I didn't feel prior to this.
Well, and that's one of the many neurophysiological sequelae that occurs when you adjust the subluxation of the spine. So not just his toe, but it went into his cord, up into his brain, and somehow is influencing his brain function. We don't know all the particulars on that yet, but we will someday. And we're excited about this. This is probably the most exciting time in the chiropractic profession since D.D. Palmer and B.J. Palmer. So we're really happy about that, and support Dr. Heidi Haavik at the New Zealand College of Chiropractic and the Australian Spinal Research Foundation down in Australia, because they're doing great work for chiropractic, and they are validating what we do as chiropractors, which the main thing chiropractors do or should be doing, in my mind, is adjusting the spine and adjusting the vertebral subluxations to create a neurophysiological change.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, that's what we went to school for. That's what I learned. That's what I've been doing my entire career, and still do it to this day.
Yes, it is.
It works. Well, let's show them how we did that then. Show them no, check your posture first.
Oh,
Remember.
that's it. Let me get rid of this
Sure.
phone here. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, just turn it.
Let's have you flex your head forward and backwards for me, please, sir. And then back to neutral.
What?
Okay. Still sleeping on your side last night, I see, though.
A little bit.
Yeah.
This morning
it's hard to fool me. Okay. So since this is Ernest's second adjustment, we're going to do the ring dinger adjustment first.
All right.
Let's lay you on your back with your butt right there. Head up this way, please, sir. You slide down this way just a bit. The great thing about this research that Heidi Havik's doing is that, you know, BJ and DD, the DD started chiropractic, he developed, and then BJ developed it. They taught that adjusting the subluxation created a nerve change and function. And they were right, they were just wrong about the mechanism, because the old subluxation model was bone out of place crushing a nerve. Well, that's been disproven, and that may be why a lot of chiropractors talk badly about subluxation-based chiropractors, but I'm proud to be a subluxation-based chiropractor, and the new research that Heidi Haavik and others are doing is validating that neurophysiological function. Yes, sir.
That one moved my sacrum, my
Yeah.
L5 off my sacrum.
That's good.
Almost like a quarter an inch.
Because Ernest also has a spondylolisthesis at L5S1, correct?
I did. I don't know if I'm doing it anymore.
You might better now.
Let me have it
Yeah,
again.
there you go. You're only going to get the single dinger today. I do double dingers on people I don't get. Okay, so you're on. You tell me next.
I did have that spawn. See, get re-x-rayed here in a little while.
All right, legs are even today, and they stay even. Does that hurt your low back at all?
Nope.
Good. Ooh, there's his foot. Ooh, yeah. Crackhead's gonna love you, Ernest. I do adjust feet whenever people take their shoes off.
Oh.
Good. Okay, I'm gonna hit that sacrum straight superior to inferior. Yep. You're gonna feel your head popping up on this next one, Ernest. That's not your head, is it?
No rush.
There we go. That's it. Okay, now let's turn you on your back, please, sir. Yep, slide down about an inch. Put both arms out, palms up. There you go. You can relax your hands right there now. There we go. Should have felt that from your knee all the way up to your lower back
needed
arms.
that yesterday, especially
Yep.
today.
There we go.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So let's just see, push against my finger, pull up. That's a ton better.
It is.
Push, pull up. That's only about 75% of this one right now, and that was less than a third of it
It
yesterday.
was less than 25%.
Right. There we go. Where I adjusted your lateral tarsals, so just getting these phalanges now. Go ahead and push, pull up. That's even better.
That's even better after
Yep.
that. It is.
Okay, let's hit you up face towards your knee there. But to the chiropractors who are watching this, and general public even, don't be apathetic about the chiropractic profession and the direction we're headed. Because if all 70,000 chiropractors would just donate $100 a month to New Zealand Chiropractic College Research Department or the Australian Spinal Research Foundation, there would be tons more research projects that could get funded and initiated in the state, because it takes money to run these things. Okay, let's stand here in front of the mirror. Apathy is rampant in our profession, though, unfortunately. Always see them supporting all this legislation for insurance equality. Well, they could get that legislation passed more easily if we had the scientific research behind us for the autonomics and sympathetics and parasympathetics and organ function. Looks like she hit forward and backwards.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. You looking good.
If
Okay.
it wasn't for him, we wouldn't know the depth of care necessary to create these effects this day, after the second day, and yesterday. Today, right now, I'm feeling the change that I felt yesterday, but now I'm able to kind of own it. My brain is aware of my posture more than it was yesterday.
We're creating new neural pathways from your brain to your body right now.
I got to read this stuff.
Neuroplasticity is what
Up
that's
myself.
called. Can you say neuroplasticity? Because that's exactly what we're doing.
I've read it, but it was, it was boring then, and now it's becoming a lot more exciting because it's compounded on the 10 years since I was, quote, mandated or, forced to read for taking a test. And it was important, but now it's...
Well, when you're practicing and you're doing this on real life humans, you can apply the science and the research that's been done to your practice and get even better results because you're applying the principles of scientific research to your treatment. So anybody that tells you a subluxation-based chiropractor is not evidence-based doesn't understand the new evidence that shows that. Because subluxation and evidence-based chiropractic is in fact the newest, most significant model of chiropractic in the world. And I thank you, Heidi, for your work down there, as well as your team, Imran and you guys. We love y'all, our crack addicts out there too, and we thank you for watching, and we thank you for donating to the New Zealand Chiropractic College Research Department, as well as the Australian Spinal Research Foundation. We'll see y'all soon.